Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. If you're new, I'm Nyx with Chromate's Apothecary, and today I'm bringing you a tarot pick card reading where we're looking into your Lammas messages, or basically just what's coming into your life during this time, what's going on during this time. So starting on the far left, we have the Wild Unknown Tarot deck along with this natural crystal quartz, and this is representing group number 1. Beside that, with the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, along with this Lapis Lazuli, this is representing group number 2. Next, we have the Art Nouveau Tarot deck, along with this Pyrite, and this is representing group number 3. And lastly, we have the Marigold Tarot, along with this Aura Quartz, which is representing group number 4. So feel free to pause the video if you need to in order to meditate on the decks that I have laid out before you. And when you've made your decision, head on down to the description box below and click on the timestamp that corresponds with the group that you chose. Remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more tarot pick card readings in the future. And I will see you guys in your readings. Hello group number 1. If you chose the Wild Unknown Tarot deck along with this crystal quartz, then this is going to be your reading for your Lammas messages. So I'm going to set the crystal quartz over to the side, and that crystal is really there to help amplify and purify things around you. So if you are feeling a certain way, it could be that your emotions are amplified even more during this time due to that crystal quartz. I'm going to go ahead and give this a shuffle. And we are looking for messages for group number 1 during Lammas, a couple days before, on, and after. What are some messages that we have for group number 1? The first message that we have coming out is the 6 of Wands. What else do we have for group 1? We also have the Page of Wands, the Ace of Cups, one more, and the 10 of Cups. You have an amazing spread right now. It looks like group number 1. So starting out with the 6 of Wands, we're really seeing some sort of progress, some sort of movement that's happening with you where you are starting to get recognized by people around you for the things that you have been doing. So you have been putting in an effort somewhere, and people are finally able to kind of look your way and just be like, hey, like, I see that you've been doing great with this project, this creative work, your career, your relationship, anything. You're getting some sort of recognition from others that's making you feel really good about yourself. This is going to feed into your self-confidence, and it's really going to help you begin to flourish that much more and feel like things are finally moving in a direction that you have this like motivation and this momentum where you're going to be progressing just even further in the future is what I'm seeing. We have here the Page of Wands coming out, and this is here to really give you this free spirit, this sort of time in your life where you really want to discover new things and really want to try new things. I'm seeing you're seeing a lot of enthusiasm here with this card as well, to where you are just kind of like curious and excited about everything that's surrounding you. Next, we have the Ace of Cups, and this here is really feeding into that creativity. It's really giving you a chance to even look deeper into your emotions and begin to understand them as well. So I'm seeing Lammas as a beautiful time for you. The Ace of Cups can also indicate something to do with love, either a new love or just sort of like an outpouring of love where it just feels like you are being surrounded by people who truly love you, or you are giving this love out to others as well. It doesn't have to be just one way or another. I'm kind of seeing it as many are celebrating, just as we had seen in the Six of Wands. And lastly, we have the Ten of Cups coming out, which shows this sort of harmony, this marriage moment where everything is just aligned. This could be quite literally a celebration of a marriage. For some of you, I am seeing that this is what is going to be happening. This is either, it's possibly your wedding date, or it could be that you just recently got engaged, or you are currently in the middle of planning, because we are seeing so much that has to do with love. And then this card is literally about a happy family, about harmony, and about a marriage. So it's very, very possible that this is kind of a love reading for some of you. For those of you who do not have a special someone, and this is not about love though, it is still some sort of connection. You can see all these connections with all these cups. There is a bringing together of multiple people who are celebrating you and really filling up your cup and making you feel loved and cherished during this time. So this is a very beautiful message starting out with. I'm going to pull a few cards. I'm going to go with some advice, because that was pretty clear when it came to the clarity of everything. It seems to be kind of aligned with itself. So let's pull some advice cards. What does group 1 need to hear during this time? Any advice? We are seeing justice coming out. So with justice, this card here is really about, obviously, justice. It's about fairness and about truth. So there could be some truth that is coming to light. This could be a celebration if you are somebody who is involved in some sort of court case. It could be an indicator that you are going to be celebrating because you are going to win your court case, or there's going to be some sort of favorable movement that happens with law. For some of you, I just got this kind of like message of, for those of you who are in law school, it's possible that you could have passed your board or something like that as well. So this is really here to let you know that there is a lot of truth and fairness at this point in your life. And I'm not seeing it as anything super negative. I'm definitely seeing it too as a call for, when we're talking about advice, to be truthful and to be fair to those around you. Just make sure that you are staying honest and staying within yourself, just so true to yourself and so truthful to others. Any other messages? Group 1. We have the Ten of Swords that's coming out in the reverse position. And with this card here, when it's upright, it's generally about some sort of like loss or ending. But with it in the reverse position, this is all about recovery. So you are recovering from something, and it could be possible from some of you that this is an inevitable end, in the sense that you knew something was going to happen and you had been fighting it for some time, and this is letting you know that it is coming to an end, kind of tying together with justice and that whole idea of, if this was like a court case kind of thing, this could be indicating that yes, you are recovering from that, and yes, there is finally an end to that for those of you who may be involved in the law in that way. We also just had the Empress fly out in the reverse position. So with this card here, this card is letting me know that there is some sort of dependence that you are having on other people right now. Maybe normally you're somebody who's very independent and maybe you like to do things your own way, but it's coming out to let you know that it's okay to depend on other people. I think that for some of you, it can be hard to also tap into your creativity. So allowing yourself to depend on other people when you are having creative blocks too can also really help you during this time. I'm going to pull just a couple more. Any last remaining messages for group number 1? we have the Three of Wands in the reverse position. I'm gonna do one more. And the Two of Cups in the reverse position. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that with the Three of Wands reversed, this could be some sort of delay. So if you haven't reached a point of completion, there could be something going on that is going to cause a little bit of a delay. I don't think it's going to take away from this overall main message. It's just simply that maybe things aren't falling into place exactly the way that you wanted them to, which could be why you need to allow other people to help you during this time too. It could be that you needed to have help with like delegating, or it's that there's some sort of obstacle that's going to be in the way that's going to stop some of your long-term goals. Not even stop, but just kind of slow them down. So just keep figuring out ways to progress, and I see progression for you. We had just such a favorable beginning that I think this is just trying to get into the nitty-gritty to let you know that there could be some challenges headed your way. We're also seeing in the Two of Cups in the reverse position that this card normally deals with some sort of breakup. It could be that this is actually indicative of someone who is breaking up with somebody, and it's one of those things where it needed to happen, but you did not want to face that. So if you are kind of in that situation where you are kind of thinking about it, this might be a message for you specifically that yes, you do need to step up for yourself and break up, and you will have support and the love of your family to be able to get over this breakup. For other people though, it could just be that especially if you're in a relationship, that there might be some sort of imbalance in your relationship, which is making it hard for you guys to see the same page. But the fact that we have the Ten of Cups here, this is so much stronger than this little Two of Cups over here, that I don't see it as being a big wave or anything. I see it almost as being like a miscommunication going on between you two, and you just need to hear each other out and make sure that you guys are aligned before going off into your future together. And for those of you who are single, this could also be indicative of some sort of imbalance with either a friendship or a family member, or even within yourself. So there might be you struggling to come to terms with certain things with yourself, and you're kind of having this hard time in really recognizing it and wanting to push forward with it. But I do believe you're going to make progress. Again, our initial messages were so strong that I really don't see anything tearing you down. I think it's just more of a little bit of like a warning during this time. I'm also going to roll this Astro Dice for any last messages. So the first one we're seeing coming out is Scorpio. This could be your sun, moon, or rising, or someone involved in this situation. The next one we have is Taurus. And lastly, we have Sagittarius coming out. So if you liked this reading or it resonated with you, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more tarot pick a card readings in the future. And also, if you'd like to do so, feel free to leave a butterfly emoji in the comment box below to let myself and others know that you did get this far in your reading. Thank you guys so much, and I hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day. Hello, group number 2, and welcome to your Lammas messages. So if you chose the Rider-Waite Tarot deck along with this lapis lazuli, then this is going to be your reading for this video. And with this lapis lazuli, this is here to really help encourage clear and truthful expression when it comes to sharing information with other people, especially dealing with tense situations such as ones that deal with anger and deal with some sort of confrontation. So we're going to start off by shuffling the deck for you, and we're going to pull a few cards regarding group number 2 and Lammas. What messages do they need to hear? What's coming their way? What are they growing? First, we have the Knight of Swords coming out. Next, we have Temperance in the reverse position. Then we have the Hierophant in the reverse position as well. And lastly, we have Death in the reverse position. Okay, you have a lot of strong energy coming out to group number 2. So to get started, we're seeing the Knight of Swords because it seems as if there is a lot of movement and a lot of communication that's happening. So these are great things to have, but it could be coming across as almost feeling like it's either your way or the highway kind of situation. It could be that you are presenting your facts very almost harshly toward other people, and it may be coming across a little bit too strong or too opinionated, or you are the one who's dealing with someone who is bringing this your way, and you're having a hard time actually having this communication with this person. So I am seeing fast movement though. So if you are not one who's expressing yourself super harshly, nor is that coming your way, this could just simply be dealing with some fast-paced nature, and it could be that you are trying to take up the mantle and really be the one that gets a situation taken care of. We're seeing in Temperance reversed that there is some sort of imbalance going on in your life, and I think it's because you're going through this phase right now where you are trying to figure things out for yourself. You're trying to see what it is that you want for your next chapter, and this is going to be bringing about this sort of moment where you are going to be looking a little bit further into yourself, and you're going to be realizing a few things. So really with Temperance, we want to have patience during this time, because this card could be indicating that right now you're feeling a little impatient. Same thing with the Knight of Swords. You're feeling like you have to move fast and make these quick decisions, but I think you do need to take time to pause and really understand your full situation before you go full force with it. We're seeing in the Hierophant reversed that there is some sort of restriction that is coming your way. Either you are currently in this feeling as if you are feeling restricted, or you are entering that phase right now, and it's making it very hard for you to be able to express yourself. But what I'm seeing is that in the Hierophant reversed is that you very much want to go against societal norms in order to live a very truthful life of yours. You want to live your truth kind of situation. And lastly, we're seeing in the Death card reversed that there is some sort of resistance to change, and you are unable to move on currently. So I'm feeling for your Lammas messages as if there is something that is stuck. So if you were trying to manifest something during this time, it could be that things haven't come fully to fruition during Lammas, and it's because there's something under the surface that you need to be working on, is what I'm seeing. It's something dealing with your mental state that is causing you to feel this imbalance and causing you this feeling as if you're not going through a change. This is kind of like a forced pause almost, kind of like what we were seeing with the Hierophant reversed, is that it's this restriction. So you during this time are having a hard time being able to express yourself and being able to charge forward with what it is that you want to be doing in life, is kind of the feeling that I'm getting. So I'm going to pull a few cards for some clarification, so we can clarify this reading a little bit better for group number 2. Can we get something? We've got the Wheel of Fortune. So this is having to do with your destiny. This is really having to do with your life cycle and you being at this turning point in your life where there are these very strong themes that need to change in order for you to grow. And I think you are well aware of them. It's not like this is coming out and blindsiding you. Like, you have known for some time that this is changes that you want to make. It's just getting there has been kind of the hard part. We're also seeing here in the Queen of Cups that there is this want or need for you to have some security when it comes to your emotions. So wanting to be calm and wanting to be able to listen to your inner calling, especially with this landing on Temperance reversed and the Hierophant reversed. I think this is about you being really true to yourself and trying to be more patient with yourself, because I think that you could be a little bit harsh on yourself, especially during this time, because maybe you thought, oh, I wanted things to be like done with by now. I wanted things to be completely sorted out. And the fact that they aren't is you're kind of having a hard time allowing yourself to just be in the moment. We're also seeing in the Seven of Wands reversed that this could be that you are feeling very, very overwhelmed to the point where you're not sure if you want to keep persevering along this route. So I'm seeing it, especially next to the Death card reversed, is that you're burning out and you're realizing that these changes need to happen before you can move forward. Kind of like what we talked about before, is you are getting to this point where it's just so hard for you to keep going, and you just keep feeling like no matter what you do, you're not going to be able to reach this point that you want to be reaching. And we're going to pull a couple of cards as well for advice for you. So what advice does group 2 need to hear during this time? First, we have the Magician in the reverse position. And what I'm getting from this is that I think you need to tap into some inner ability that you haven't reached into before. And I think you also need to plan things a bit better. I'm seeing this as if the Magician normally is one that has all of these skills, has a lot of resourcefulness, but I'm seeing it in the reverse position. So you are needing to recognize the skills that you do have in order to get you out of whatever this situation is. It's trying to let you know that you do have everything at your disposal, but you are almost like ignoring it. Like, it's like, oh, it's not for me kind of thing. Like, no, I don't have that kind of situation. That's the feeling that I'm getting with this card here, is that you do have the power to make a change and really be able to point yourself in the right direction. But as of right now, because I think you put almost like a time frame on your life, and you feel as if you're like losing a race kind of thing. And so you are taking it out on yourself a little bit. But we definitely want to make sure that you know to be patient with yourself, to be loving with yourself, and to just take the hidden skills that you have in order to switch up your life a little bit. You know yourself and you know your skills more than anybody else does. So you have to dig deep in order to find those. We're also seeing here in the Page of Pentacles that you are able to manifest new things for yourself. So this could be indicative of a new job that's coming into your life. So maybe you have been kind of waiting for a sign, or you've been waiting for good news basically about a new job. So this could be coming during this time, or it could be that you kind of needed a nudge in the right direction to find a new job. I'm definitely seeing more of the stuff that's going on up here dealing with mental things. So for a lot of you, I'm seeing this more as you needing to manifest something new for yourself that's going to work for you versus a job situation. But for some of you, it could just be that you needed to hear that yes, you are going to have a job coming into your life soon. I'm also going to roll the Astro Dice for any last messages. So firstly, we have Capricorn coming out. So this could be your sun, moon, or rising, or someone that you're dealing with during this time. We also have Cancer coming out. And lastly, we have Cancer coming out yet again. So you could be feeling, if you're not a Cancer, sun, moon, or rising, it could be that you are feeling a lot of your emotions during this time too. And that's also kind of making it hard for you to navigate this situation. So if you liked this reading or it resonated with you, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more Tarot Pick a Card readings in the future. And also, I would love for you to put a fire emoji in the comment box below to let myself and others know that you did reach this point in your reading. I hope you guys have an amazing Lammas and that this kind of gives you a little bit of advice and a little bit of warning as to what's going on in your life and what you need to focus on. I hope you have a great day and I will see you in our upcoming video. Have a great one. Hello, group number 3. If you chose the Art Nouveau tarot deck along with this pyrite crystal, this is going to be your reading for your Lammas messages. So the things that you have either been working on and kind of seeing them to fruition now on this day, or new things that are coming into your life. So with this pyrite here, this can really help you see to the truth of the matter. You are not going to be fooled by anybody, and you're going to know exactly what it is that you want in your life. So I'm going to set that there off to the side for you to view during your reading. And I'm going to just quickly shuffle these. So I'd like to get in touch with group number 3. And I want to see, what do they need to hear? What messages do we have for them for Lammas? What messages do we have coming out? I'm going to take this first and foremost. It's the 9 of Cups in the upright position. We also have the Star that just flew out in the reverse position. We take a couple more. Any last messages? We have the Knight of Wands in the reverse position. And also this last card here, the 2 of Swords. Okay, so what I am getting first and foremost for you, group number 3, is that you are seeing this sort of moment where you are finally feeling fulfilled and finally feeling happy. I think that there's some disconnect between these two cards here because of how different their meanings are. So we're seeing in the 9 of Cups sort of like all of your wishes are being fulfilled, you're feeling very satisfied in your life. However, with the Star reversed, this is giving us this feeling almost like you're being discouraged and you actually have this sort of lack of faith going on in your life. So I see you're getting pulled in 2 different directions in this reading. And what I'm getting from that is that you are very happy with what's going on in your life, but I think it comes from a point of disappointment. Like, I think there was something that needed to happen in your past that has course corrected you to this new part of your future. And it was when you were kind of at your lowest and you went through a hardship, which is now showing me this happiness that you are beginning to form. So I don't know if maybe recently you had some sort of breakup, or if you had something going on where you got rid of some negativity. You could still be holding on to not even necessarily the trauma, but you could be carrying the burden of what happened on your shoulders still. And maybe you're not looking at it like that, but it is still kind of lingering, and it's what brought you to this point here. So I am seeing this as a positive kind of outcome for you. This is the feeling that I'm getting, is that you actually do feel a bit more hopeful and a bit more like you have this renewed spirit and everything, but it did come initially from some sort of loss, is the vibe that I'm getting from this. Next to the Star reverse, we have the Knight of Wands in the reversed position. And with this card here, this could really be about you feeling maybe a little bit scattered right now. You could be trying to move forward with something very, very quickly. And because there is no movement, it's kind of getting you a little bit frustrated with yourself. So we want to make sure that you have a lot of balance and you're actually able to not take things out on yourself or other people. So with the Knight of Wands reversed, we are seeing some sort of delay currently and some sort of frustration that's going to be built up because of it. However, I'm still so drawn to this Nine of Cups, as if you're kind of okay that there's a delay that's happening. It's not the end of the world. It's something that you wish it would come faster, but because it hasn't yet, you're not feeling as deep of a loss. We're also seeing in the Two of Swords that there is a choice that you need to make. So there's some sort of choice that you almost don't have all of the like questions available. You don't have all the answers available to you for the questions that you have, and because of that you can't make the proper choice. So this is why I'm seeing it here with the Knight of Wands reversed, is you're really stuck, and you're kind of at this stalemate point where you have to get a few more things answered before you're going to be able to move on and really fulfill this like destiny of yours. I don't see you really sweating it though. I don't see you really being all that upset about it. You're just kind of in this point where you're like, what's going to be is going to be, and I have to take it as it is. This could also be dealing with some blocked emotions, however. So you may be needing to look a little bit deeper into yourself and work through a few things before you can make more progress. So I'm going to pull some clarification cards kind of about this Star moment to see if we can get some further messages and see if it can resonate with people a little bit more, because it is not even hypocritical, but it's just so odd how opposite we have that Nine of Cups coming out and then that Star reverse, which is so powerful. I think you needed to move on. So with this like Six of Wands coming out, I think that you had a lot of issues dealing with your confidence, and I think there was something that happened that made you fall away from your usual characteristics. So either you stepped out of line and you did something really weird that you wouldn't normally do, and that is what brought you to this point, and it's actually made you happier than you have been in a while. But when I first saw this card coming out, it kind of gave me this feeling as if you needed to let something fall away from you. You had to move on and move away from something in order to progress. We also have the Devil coming out. So the Devil deals with addiction and deals with bonds, especially to material things, but it can also be bonds to other people. So it is very possible that you maybe had to move on from a person, is what I'm getting for some of you. Some others, however, this could be a situation where you did have to fight some sort of addiction to something, and that was really making it hard for you to like live like how you normally live, like your truest self. We're also seeing the Page of Wands in the reverse position, and I pulled one more card, fell on the floor. Actually, it fell third, so I'm going to move it here. We also have the Ten of Cups and then the Page of Wands in the reverse. So with the Ten of Cups here, this is all about connections. This is about interwoven connections, and it's generally a very positive card. It's kind of like the perfect like harmony, marriage, happiness, everything is going perfectly and going well. So I'm wondering if there was something that was disrupting your family life that needed to be tended to and is now you've completed it, you're going through it, but I'm generally seeing a completion with this 10 of Cups. Next, we have the Page of Wands in the reversed position. And with this card here, this is showing that there is some sort of setback, however, and you're kind of having a hard point being able to have a direction in your life. So maybe you felt directionless during this time, and maybe you were feeling just not knowing where you wanted to go. And you're kind of almost repeating that with the Two of Swords here. You're kind of repeating this moment, but you're in such a better place now that it's not causing you like mental anguish or pain when you are here, as opposed to when it was happening then. That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting for most of you. I'm also going to pull some advice cards for you as well. Whoops, this card that flew on the floor is the Sun. So we are seeing better days for you. We are seeing happiness and warmth and joy really coming into your life. And we are not going to be worried about our past. I'm seeing you moving on from any past situations, and you're really all about trying to have positivity and happiness. We're also getting, wow, this is amazing, we're getting the Star upright as well. So you are regaining this love and faith back into your life. You are having this renewal, you're having hope for the future, and you aren't letting your past hold on to you anymore. That's the main takeaway that I'm getting, is that I really think that you are having just such a favorable time right now. And also, speaking about favorable times and whatnot, seeing the Sun and the Star together, since they are such opposites, like with the Sun comes out during the day, the stars come out during night. I'm seeing this as a completion to yourself. So it's not just one aspect of your life is making you feel whole. I'm really seeing this as if you are having the entirety of your life just sort of come together. Yes, there are little things that you have to make decisions on and have to work through. Everybody has those things, but I'm seeing such a change from your past that you almost don't recognize yourself, and you are like loving living this new journey and really being happy and content with yourself. So I'm so excited for you, because this is a really beautiful message that I just got. We're also seeing in the Page of Swords is that this card comes out when you are feeling like mentally very restless, you're very energetic, you have a lot of passion and a lot of curiosity in your life, so you are trying to go forward with all of these things and you really want to succeed, and I do see you succeeding. I see you being able to break through. You're going to use this sword to defeat these swords here, and you're going to be able to finally come to a decision. I think that you've just been through a lot and you have been growing so intensely, and it's going to finally come to a fruition. I think during this time in Lammas, as you have probably been manifesting this for quite some time, because Lammas is really about the harvest of our grains, so things that we have planted and manifested in the past and we have been working toward, you are now seeing kind of the fruits of your labor during this time. And I'm really seeing that you are starting to look back on your life and really recognizing the changes that you've made. So this is such a good message for you guys. I'm so happy for you, group number 3. Lastly, I'm going to roll this Astro Dice for any last messages. So this could be your Sun, Moon, or Rising, or someone in your life. Firstly, we're seeing Aries. and Aries again. With Aries coming out twice, this could be, if this isn't your zodiac sign, it could just be you are having this really intense charging ahead moment, like this Page of Swords. You are really going full force, feeling passionate and feeling very energetic. I always feel that way when I think of Aries as well. So I think you were going like full steam ahead with something. And we've got Aries a third time. So yeah, you are really, really feeling this strong, burning passion of just being able to accomplish your goals. You've been manifesting for so long, and you have been really striving towards something. And I think during Lammas, you should take time to reflect on your past and reflect on where you are now and the changes that you've undergone, and really celebrate yourself, because I think that you've just done so much and so much good for yourself. So if you liked this reading or it resonated with you, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more tarot pick a card readings in the future. And if you would like, feel free to leave a star emoji in the comment box below to let myself and others know that you got this far in your reading. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you have an amazing Lammas, and I will see you in our next video. Have a great day. Hello group number 4, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Marigold Tarot along with this Aura Quartz, then this is going to be your reading for your Lammas messages. And with this Aura Quartz, this can really help when you need a little bit more help in healing your physical or spiritual body. It can also really help in just expanding yourself towards your highest frequency, your highest vibration. So I'm going to set that down right over here for you to be able to view during the reading. We're going to get right into it. So I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I want to tap into group 4 and the messages that they need to hear from Lammas. So what are some things that they have been working on? What are some things that they need to know during this time? We have 2 cards that flew right out at us, so I'm going to use those cards. We've got the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse position, along with the Hermit. So those were the 2 that really flew out at us. And then we have the Tower and the Knight of Pentacles as well. So we're going to take these cards and go forward with our reading. So what I'm really seeing with this is that in the 4 of Pentacles reversed, we are having this time where you are feeling like you need to truly protect yourself. I feel you really being shut in on yourself. You're kind of blocking out the world around you because you're trying to do all that you can to hold onto the things that you have. So it could be that right now you are feeling so overexerted that you need to pare things down and really focus on yourself. I don't think that's a bad thing, but I do think that you holding on so harshly can be making it hard for you to really get in touch with other aspects of your life. So you may be struggling when it comes to your friendships or your relationships right now, simply because you are trying to focus so intensely on your own being. But there's a reason as to why you're doing that. So it's not like this is gonna ruin your friendships or anything. This is just sort of what I am seeing, and hopefully that you are doing this in a way that's healthy and not a way where you are exhibiting a need for like grasping so hard on your money because of like a materialistic side of it. It's more over because you need it due to needing that control of your funds. We're next seeing in the Hermit, that's kind of where I'm getting all of this. You're really being stuck in on yourself, and the Hermit is here to let us know that you are doing it because you are trying to focus and listen to your inner guidance. There is something that's going on in your life right now that is really trying to shake you up, and you are taking the time that you need to go within and really look inside and try to gain better knowledge about yourself in order to make the correct decision, is what I'm seeing here. So you're doing a lot of soul searching. You're really wandering into this next part of your life. Maybe not even necessarily alone. You could have a partner. You could have friendships that you're very close with. But I think you are really in your head a lot, and you're kind of keeping that to yourself. You're not allowing other people inside to see you. And that is what you're holding on to during this time. Next, we're seeing the Tower card, and with the Tower, there is going to be some sort of quick and sudden change that's coming to you. So I think being in hermit mode right now is beneficial to you because you are preparing yourself for this Tower moment. The Tower comes into your life to really give you this revelation that either something is not working or you are working against your higher self, and it's going to right you onto the proper path. So this is the universe coming in and really striking down things that you do not need in your life to make way for the beautiful, for the new. And it can be a very scary time. The Tower does bring about a lot of emotional situations. It can also really shake things up in your life. So I think you almost instinctually know that there's something going on, and that's why you're focusing so heavily on yourself right now. But we're seeing beyond the Tower. We have the Knight of Pentacles coming out. And with this card, this is really about you taking on a path of almost being extremely like methodical about the way that you do things. So you are following a routine. You are being very efficient with your time and your money. You are holding on to things and following this certain path because you know it is the path that you need to take in order to reap the most benefits. So when this has to do with Lammas, is I believe that you have really been trying to grow and manifest some sort of change in your life, and that's why you've been doing so much soul searching lately. And around this time is when we're going to see this Tower moment that is going to change your life around, but you are so ready for it that you are like a cat. You land on your feet and you are going to just keep following the routines that you have in place, and you're going to make very smart decisions with your money. That this Tower moment is not going to affect you when it comes to your money. I think you're going to have a shakeup for sure, but it's not going to be devastating because you kind of knew that it was coming. So I'm going to pull a couple of cards to see if we can get some clarification on this Tower moment, because this is obviously the spookiest part of it. This is the scariest part of it. So we're going to see if we can find out what's going on in this Tower moment. Can you pull a card, please, about the Tower? We have the Tower in reversed. Okay, I do think that this is an inner thing. This is having to do with something inherently inside of you. So it's you needing to look at your emotions. There's some sort of shakeup on the inside. So if you have been having either issues with your mental state, where it's been very hard for you to get in touch with your emotions, anything. Wow, yeah, there's a lot. You've got a lot going on. If it's been something like that, I really think that this is you knowing what you need to do, and it is coming out in a way that's very, very strong, and you are afraid of this change. We're seeing a resistance to change with both of these cards in the Tower reversed and in Death reversed. There's something that you're not able to move on from, and we're really seeing here, connected with the Hermit and the Tarot, or the Tower, we have the Two of Cups in the reverse position, and this is showing me that there was some I think for some of you, if not most of you, this was a breakup that happened, or it's a breakup that's going to happen. You know it needs to happen. That's why you've been doing some soul searching, but it is something that you're afraid of, and you really don't want it to happen. You're very scared of losing this person. This, again, does not have to be like a romantic relationship necessarily, but it's one that's very influential in your life. So this is either a friendship that you are so close with this friend, you've known them for such a long time, and then something happens and you have to cut them out of your life, or it's a family member that has been extremely toxic and you are finally putting down your foot and being like, look, I'm not going to deal with this anymore, and you're cutting them out. Or for the majority of you, I'm really seeing this as you needing to know that things can't go on anymore with this person, that this is kind of a wake-up call, almost, is what I'm going to say, because the cards are being very intentional about their meaning. The fact that this card here is surrounded by two cards where you're being afraid of this change, and there's these two figures meeting in the middle kind of thing, and it being in reversed, it's really, really, really trying to get across to you that there's some sort of toxicity in your relationship, and you have been doing a lot of soul searching and knowing that you can't go on in this way anymore. And if this person isn't going to change, if there's no compromise that's happening between the pair of you, the universe is going to stop it one way or another. Either something externally is going to happen and they may be the one to break up with you, or internally you're going to be the one that breaks up with them, because you're going to finally take it upon yourself to make that decision. I'm going to pull a couple of advice cards as well, because obviously there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of heavy issues happening here during our time in Lammas, and we need a little bit of help, I think. So the first card that fell out here is the Five of Pentacles in the reverse position. This one is a recovery, especially when it comes to finances. But it could also be that you are suffering from some sort of like spiritual loss or spiritual poverty. So it could be that you have been feeling really weighed down recently because of this decision that you know that needs to be made. And it's really taking a lot out of you, and you're trying not to let it show to other people, but it is coming out. And I think you know, like, I don't think that you're afraid of this. I think you absolutely know what's going on, and that you just need to try to align yourself to your truest self. Again, you're doing that with the Hermit. You're really trying to work on recovering yourself, but until you go through with this breakup, you're not going to be able to reach that point. And lastly, we are seeing the Devil in reversed coming out. And when this card is in the reverse position, this is you being able to break free. You're going to be able to detach yourself from this negativity, from this bad relationship that's happening, and you're going to be able to really see a change in your life. I'm also believing that this card here is letting you know that you are going to reclaim yourself. So I'm getting this message for some people, and it's definitely extremely heavy. So you don't have to feel free to like comment on it or anything if you don't want to. But for some of you, I'm very clearly getting a message that this is like an abusive relationship, and that it's very hard for you to come to terms with that, because people who haven't been in abusive relationships don't realize how hard it is to break away from them, because you have been broken down so heavily in all aspects that you have a hard time being able to stand up for yourself and make the choices that you need to make, especially safely, to get out of certain situations. But the Devil reversed is letting me know that you are taking back your power, and you are going to be able to make a change, and you're going to be able to get away from the situation that you're in. And I'm actually getting really emotional. I don't know if you can hear in my voice, but I am like tearing up because I do think that whatever is happening here, I'm just feeling bogged down. I'm feeling a lot of this negativity. And I do think that if you were looking for a sign, this is your sign that you need to get away. Again, we have the aura quartz here that's trying to help you heal physically and spiritually. It's trying to help you heal throughout all of this. And I think that you will eventually reach it in the end. Sorry, that was a lot. That was very, very heavy. I am hoping that you are protected during this time. Please find the support that you need through friends and family and people that you trust. But I do believe that you will do what's right, and you're going to be able to navigate your way through this situation. So, very, very heavy. If you liked this reading or it resonated with you, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more tarot pick card readings in the future. And also, despite it being so heavy, if you feel safe to do so, feel free to leave a lightning bolt emoji, because we're seeing it here both on these tower cards, in the comment box below, to let myself and others know that you did reach this point in your reading. I am wishing the best for you, and I am hoping that you are going to have better days ahead. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in our next one. Have a great day.